Okay, so let's continue with our next video in our coding exercise series. And in this video, we'll solve the lead code problem, question number 56, merge interval, and it's a medium category. But it's, to be honest, is easy one. So let's read the problem. Given an array of intervals, so you have some array is given, and you have the interval. So interval has a start and the end point. Merge all overlapping intervals. So if there is any interval which gets overlap, you need to merge it and return an array of the non-overlapping interval, right? So let's look at the example. So you have one interval 1 to 3, 2 to 6, 8 to 10. So let me move to the whiteboard 1 second. So you have this interval given 1 to 3, 2 to 6, 8 to 10, 15 to 18. So 1 to 3, I just draw one line because start point is 1, end point is 3. Second is 2 to 6. So 2 is overlap, right? Little bit. And then 8 to 10, then 15 to 18. So you could see we are saying 1 to 3 and 2 to 6. But 2 and 3 are overlap, right? So can we just say 1 to 6? Because if you say 1 to 6, then this 2 and 3 which get overlap is automatically get merged, right? And the same thing they are expecting, you need to merge all overlapping intervals. So if any interval is overlapped, so this interval overlapped 2 3, you need to merge it. So output will be 1 to 6. And this overlap, no, so there is a gap. 8 to 10, is this overlap? No, so there is a gap. 15 to 18, so output will be 1 to 6, 8 to 10, 15 to 18. Let's look another example. We have 4 to 7, 1. So how basically you are going to uh, what we have to do, we are basically comparing this element with this element, because only then we are going to the next start with the previous end, right? If you compare these two, only then you are going to tell whether this overlap or not, right? Basically this start, either if it is greater than the previous one, then it's not overlap, right? So basically you are comparing. If you have to write the code, you have to iterate and you have to compare uh, this element with this element, right? Okay, let's move to the another example. 4 to 7, 1 to 4. So if you see, they are not in the sorting order, because if I just iterate 4 to 7, 1 to 4, I am comparing. This is not like correct, right? 4 to 7 is this one, and then 1 to 4 is this one. So which means, by looking at this example, the input, it is not mandatory that input will be sorted, right? As an example in this case, and this is the example I just pick from here only, right? So first we need to sort this input. So 1 to 4 and 4 to 7, and then we can merge. 4 is common, so this is overlap. So output will be 1 to 7. Output will be 1 to 7, right? So first thing is we need to sort the interval. Forget about the other things, how we are going to compare and how we are going to do. But by looking at this example, right? By looking at this example, we got to know we need to sort the list and sort based upon the starting. Sort based upon this, because it is just not a single integer, it is a list of list. So the inside list contains two elements. So if you need to sort on which element? So based upon the first one, because 1 to 4 and then 4 to 7, right? So let's sort that first. So intervals dot sort, right? And you need to pass the key. Key is equal to lambda x of 0, right? A basic sorting operation, right? And if I simple print intervals, uh, or forget about that, it is going to be sorted, right? Okay, so my first thing is done, right? I have sorted that. Now I don't need to worry about it will be given 4 to 7 or 1 to 4, right? Second thing is that I need output, because 1 to 3, 2 to 6, 8 to 10, 15 to 18, I need to merge and I need to give some output, and output will be list of list. Okay, let me give some output, right? Okay, because I need an output, so I need an output array. Okay, what next? As I told you, I need to compare this element, the next element too, with this previous element, right? Only then I am going to tell whether it is overlapping or not. And if it is, if the next element is shorter or equal, because we will not only check shorter, we can check equal as well, because in this case 4 and 4 equal, right? because it will be 1 to 4 and 4 to 7. If we just check shorter, then 4 is not shorter than 4, right? So we have to check shorter and equal, lesser and equal. And if that will be the case, then we will take the previous start and the this at, right? And so basically 1 to 6. So you need to iterate over each interval, right? You will pick the first interval, then second interval, then third interval, then fourth interval, right? So basically you need to run some loop. For basically you will check the current element, right? For current in intervals, right? And some operation. And you need to return the output. You need to return the output because we need to return the output array. Okay. So how you are going to solve this problem? So what we can do is, okay, we found first element 1 3, right? So let me copy paste this one. We found this element 1 3. So let me do one thing. I can put this directly in the output array 1 comma 3. Now the next element is 2 6. Before putting the next element into the output array, what I will check? I will grab its first element 2. I will grab this element 3 and I will compare if it is shorter. So in this case, so basically I will grab 2, I will grab 3 and I will check whether 2 is shorter than or equal to 3. So answer is yes. Uh, Basically 2 means current element, current start, and output output basically last element, whatever the output in the output array, last, and its end. Because even if you see, when you simply iterate, you need to compare 2 with 3, 8 with 6, 15 with 10, right? So you need to compare like this. The same thing I am doing here. So I get the first element, I just put in the output array. I get the second element, so I can't put directly into the second element, right? So I need to do some compare logic. So what I will do is I will grab the current start, this two, and output last three. If it is smaller, so in this case we have smaller. So which means I need to update my output array. I need to update my output array. So start will anyhow remain same. Start will anyhow remain same. I need to change the end. So what end should I put? Shall I put 6? You will say, okay, it means uh, current end. Here is the current start too. We need to put current end. Right, current end is 6. This is partially correct because let's see this example. 1 to 7, 2 to 5, 8 to 10, 15 to 18. So 1 to 7, 2 to 5 is completely overlap. So you will pick 1 to 7, you put into the output array 1 to 7. So let me grab this one. Let's put this one. So in the output array, you put 1 to 7, right? And then you pick the second element, 2, 5. And the current start is 2. And is it less than or equal to this output end which is 7? So answer is yes. So what we are doing is we are updating this with 5, but this is wrong. If I just put 1 to 5, 1 to 1 to 5, then where is my range? 5 to 7. So basically I need to put max of 5 and 7, right? I need to put max of 5 and 7, right? And we will keep iterating. So then we will check 8 and then we will check the next element 8 and 10. So this 8, before putting into the output array, we will compare with the last element. So here in this case, it is 1 6. Now it will be 1 6. So I will grab the next element 8 10. Do I need to put it here? I will check, okay, whether 8 is less than 6. So answer is no. So I will directly put it. Now 15th. I will grab the last element. Whether 15th is less than 10. So answer is no, which means it's not overlap. I will I will put it. So this is my output, right? So same thing we need to do here. So in the output array, first I need to put the first element. And if you see in the intervals, we have at least one element. So what I can do is in the output array, I can put the first element. So I put the first element. Now for the remaining elements, I will run a loop. For the remaining elements, I will run a loop. Right? Okay. What next? I need to compare, right? Now the compare logic and appending logic. So in the output, I have this one, and because in the output I already put the current first element, and I'm running a loop 26. Okay. What I will do? Uh, I will, like, what is my last element, right? So this is my last element, right? What is my last element? So last element is equal to, because this is my current element, right? This is my current element. I should know the last element, right? Last element is here in the output. Output of -1, whatever the last element, right? Output. Then I will compare if current, and current has two element. I need to compare current of zero, current start. Because here we are comparing current start, current of zero. If it is equal to, last. Last is this one. Last of one. Or either otherwise you can directly mention like this one. Last of one. Or you can put, because here we know this is the last element. So last of and second index basically, right? If that will be the case, if that will be the case, what we need to do, because if that will be the case, if it is smaller, uh, the output array, because in the output you put 1 3, basically this last, right? You need to update their end index, because now 2 is less than 3, here 2 is less than 3, so you need to update its last element. So last of one, by which number you need to update? Max of max of last of one, max of 3 and max of 6, max of last of one and current of one, right? Else, if it is not smaller, if there is no overlap, I can simply put in the I can simply put my current element in the output array. That's it. And let's try that. Output array. Let's try that. Okay, something is wrong. 1 6. What happened? Let me check. We are getting output. Oh, I need to return the output like outside of the for loop. Okay, so let me submit it. You could see our like all the 172 test cases has passed. So you could see, even though it's like medium category, so we we will do step by step. So we found one example where immediately it come into our mind, we need to sort it. Okay, let's sort that, right? Anyone can sort that, right? Either using sort operation or either using the sorted operation. Okay, then we know we need to store uh, in some output array. Okay, let's create an output array. Okay, then we know we need to run some for loop. Okay, let's run a for loop. Forget about that, whether I am starting from 1 or 0, but we need to run a for loop. Okay, then we know I need to compare this element with the previous element, or this element with the next element. Either way, so I store the first element into the output array, and starting the for loop with this one, and I am comparing this 2 with 3. If it is overlap, then I am populating. I can't populate 6 directly, because if it is completely overlap, then if I populate 5, then I will lose this 6 and 7. So I need to find the max. So I need to find the max. Then I like update my output, because earlier in output I populate 1 3. So now I just update the AND index, because it's the list of list which is mutable, so you can update that. So we just update it with 6. And if it is not overlap, whatever the current element, just put into the output array. Now the next time, because if we put 8 and 10, because it's not overlap, in the next time when we compare 15 and 13, we need to compare with 10. That's why we are grabbing the last element, whatever the last element we inserted. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of the video. You can also give it. It's not a very complex problem, but it's a great problem, and it's not something like a coding or interview problem. But I feel like this kind of scenario which come in our day-to-day life when we work in normal project, we have some dates given. You need to overlap the dates. Some numbers given. You need to merge the overlapping intervals. So then you can implement that particular logic there as well. So that's it at the end of the video, and thank you.